Hello, this is Gloria J. York, Master Tarot Reader for over 25 years, spiritual channeler since birth, and best-selling author of the #1 bestseller, Medical Manslaughter. Will your doctor cause your death? Please read it. I know it will save your life. And happy Mother's Day to all mothers. Here we are in the middle of May. Just seems like yesterday we were reading the Easter Tarot. And if you'll recall, that Easter Tarot in April did tell us that there were going to be a lot of surprises. And it sure came true, didn't it? We had a lot of surprises in April, and now, of course, it swings into May. More surprises, and even some shocking news coming. And so, also, Tarot was telling us, spirits were saying, watch your words. Watch what you say. Many of us did, and some of us didn't, and we're sorry. Because once those words are out, you can't take them back. And they leave lasting wounds for whoever is receiving them. So please, please watch your words, because especially here in May, you still have that influence of Mars. And that's going to cause you to want to just say off the top of your head what you're feeling and thinking. But think about it first. And also here in May, we have 3 planets that are going retrograde. Excuse me. Now, it's bad enough when one planet is going retrograde, but this month we have 3. So there's going to be ups and downs and ins and outs. It's going to be a heck of a ride. So hang in there. Now, it's not a month where we would go skipping along. It's a month where we're going to crawl. Next month in June, we'll go a little faster. By July, we're walking. August, we're starting to jog a bit, and so on and so forth. But this is the month that gets us going. We have got to get out of quarantine. We have got to get going with our country and get back to work and get America going. America is the superpower, and we certainly don't ever want to lose that position. We have worked so hard, especially over these last 3 years, to make us #1 again. And then came the pandemic. Well, why did it come, you say? Who sent it? Was it a mistake? Well, there's a lot of evil out there in the world that doesn't like us, that doesn't want us to be successful. Know that. They want the power. They want to start some sort of whole new order where they will dictate when you go out, when you stay in, where you go, what you buy, just like you've just experienced. So you've had a taste of communism and socialism during the quarantine. And many, many, many of you have said, I don't like it. Well, then you better stick up for democracy, and you better make sure that you vote the right people in. Vote the people in who love America, not the ones who want to change it and take away your constitutional rights. Be on guard, be smart, and pray. Pray for our leaders so that they gain intelligence and make intelligent decisions that'll move us forward. So in November, go and vote. Don't mail it in. Go in person and vote. Up in Wisconsin during the primaries, people mailed in a lot of ballots. And now, 2 months later, the election's over. Been over for months. They find 2 truckloads of ballots that were never, ever counted. Please, vote in person. Okay, let's take a look and see what May 2020 has in store for Scorpio. Yes, and the spirits are already talking to me all about it here. Your initial card is the World, which tells me that you've been working very hard and you have been receiving accolades for the work that you've done. Even during the pandemic, you still worked. And your employer appreciated that because he needed to have people working, that people that would come into work and do the work. And a lot of businesses, unfortunately, are going to close because they couldn't get enough help. They couldn't get enough staff. And now this has gone on too long. But we're all moving forward now. Go out. Go to your restaurants. Go to the arts. Go to the sports games. Yes, let's get going. Let's get America going again. And so with the world, not only have you been working hard, been receiving a lot of accolades for what you've done, you're very anxious to start traveling. You want to get out of town. You've put in a lot of hours and you're tired. And you really, really do want to get out of town and have a vacation. Also, some of you are going to start to invest in the stock market, and you haven't done that before. But now is the time, and you're right, now is the time to jump in there and see if you can make yourself some money. On the card that was the immediate influence, you had the Six of Rods, and that's a card of victory. So no matter what you've been working on, no matter what you've been thinking about, maybe you decided you want to be an entrepreneur. You want to start your own company. You want to start your own business. Something that you've been thinking about for years, but you never took the step and did it. And now would be a great time to do that. And like Spirit is telling us, you would be quite victorious. So, what are you working on, Scorpio? Now as a root influence, more recent influence, we have the moon. Okay, so the moon is, and a few days ago we had the last super moon of 2020. It was gigantic. It was gorgeous. I hope you saw it. And the moon's telling us that there has been some secrets that you're keeping, or secrets that people are keeping from you. But there is secrets, and you've been on kind of an emotional roller coaster lately. Yeah. You've been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of crying. Yeah, very sensitive at this time, Scorpio. Certain things are getting to you. And also in the more recent or distant past of 4 or 5 months ago, you like to be generous. You do. You like to be generous. You like to buy the children and the grandchildren what they want. But money has been tight. Money has been tight because of the quarantine, because of the pandemic. And so many times you've had to say no. I can't afford it. I can't do it. And that also has caused you some emotional pain because you don't like to say no. You don't like to disappoint people. You try very hard to keep everybody happy. As we get into into the destiny, we see we have the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups is someone that you would always go to. You would always go to this person. They had security, they had intelligence, they were level-headed, they would listen to you. Now this could be somebody presently, could be an employer or a good friend. But Spirit is telling me that for a lot of you, this person has passed. And you don't have the opportunity to be with this person anymore or talk to this person. And you miss this person a lot. You really do. You never knew you would miss that person that much, but you do. So, Spirit is saying, it's okay to keep talking to him because he can hear you. And after a while, when you're quiet, he'll answer you. Just because you can't see him doesn't mean he's gone. Always remember that. Now, as we continue forward, now we're going to go into the future. And these cards, 6 to 10, talk about the future. And the first one we have here is the 8 of Pentacles. And so money. Money's coming. Money's there. You've been honing your skills. You've been learning a lot. You've been actually expanding on your responsibilities. And it's going to show. This is the springboard that's going to bring you money. Yes, very good. Now, many of you too, like I say, when you talk about like in various positions here of the spread, the next position is what you fear. And you've been thinking about loves. Yeah, you've been thinking about loves that were in your life. Now, that could be romantic, that could be friendship, that could be family. And you're thinking a lot about disappointments, that you aren't as close as you wanted to be or you want to be. Some people have passed and you're thinking about them and how you were with them, things you could have done better, how many times you could have said, I love you, and you didn't. And you're giving a lot of thought to that. And Spirit is saying, He's sending you another love. That's right. Spirit is sending you someone else. Doesn't have to be romantic. Could be a friend, could be a coworker, could be just a acquaintance of some sort that grows stronger and stronger. So Spirit wants you to know that although there might have been words that you should have said and could have said but didn't say, Spirit says, we all are here to learn lessons. And so learn the lesson from those relationships and make sure you move forward to change things. If it's a relationship with somebody presently that you can change, do it. Give them a call. Go see them. Have lunch. Have dinner. Have a cup of coffee. You can always turn a relationship around because all that it takes is just some love and just some caring and just sometimes it's just clarifying, saying, I think you think that I don't care, but I do. So give that thought. In the position of your colleagues, in your workers, in your family and your friends, especially work, we see here that you're extremely busy. Seven of Cups, very, very busy. You got your fingers in all kind of pies. You're doing this and then you're rushing and doing that and that's halfway done and somebody calls you over here to do this. And so, yes, you're going to continue to be very, very busy this month, without a doubt. And you're going to be called upon to do things that you haven't been doing. So new responsibilities are coming in. And new things that you're going to have to pick up the slack and in many cases learn a new skill or add to the skills that you already know. Now, in the position of what you want, what you desire, we have here the King of Swords. The King of Swords is telling you, move forward. Get going. You've got some real good ideas in your head, Scorpio. And it's just sitting there. And you haven't had a chance to put those ideas into action. But you want to do that. There are things that you want to say to people that need to be said. And so you have to do that. Spirit is telling you. It's time for you to do that. Speak. Speak what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Get it out there in the open. Be open with people. There's no need to sneak around, to hide, to talk in the closet. Speak what you're feeling. And move forward. Move forward with confidence. Stop being afraid. What are you afraid of? I know they had scared everybody with this coronavirus, but a lot of those numbers are dwindling, and there's a lot of theories on this coronavirus. Is it just a super flu? Thousands die every year from the flu. If you let your lungs get congested, no matter what you call it, yeah, you're going to die. Your lungs are not built for liquid. They're built for air. So if you start to get a cold or congested, don't take that lightly. Don't wait till it gets into pneumonia. If you're getting a cold, go to bed. Get a lot of rest. Get some vapor steam. And get those lungs to open up. Get that mucus to come out. So watch that health. Watch that health, because I see something bit about the health in the next card, which is the final outcome is the Nine of Swords. Now, that card says a couple things. It says that someone's going to disappoint you in something that you thought was going to go one way is going to end up going another way. And with 3 planets in retrograde in May, yeah, that's going to happen a lot to a lot of people. You're expecting a check and it doesn't come. You're expecting a phone call and it doesn't come. You're expecting a letter, and finally it comes and it's already 2-3 weeks late. So there's going to be a lot of delays, and where people are going to be disappointed. And you have some disappointment there, but also that card is telling you to watch your health. If you really have a health issue that you think needs to be addressed, I know during this pandemic there was a lot of doctors who weren't even seeing patients. And they certainly weren't putting anyone in the hospital because they were taking care of the pandemic. But now things are easing up, and so if there's something bothering you or you want something clarified about your health, then go see your doctor. Go see your doctor. I don't see anything here that's devastating, like a major problem, but I do see that you maybe should connect with your physician because of a health issue. And then I pick an extra card only because I love to. And this one here relates to you thinking. It's the 6 of Cups. And what are you thinking about? You're thinking about the past. You're thinking about when you were young and when you were kids, you and your siblings, you and your mom and dad, your grandma and grandpa. You're thinking about all those times when life was simpler, when you had a problem that you could go over and talk with mom and dad about it. You could vent. When you had more time and you could spend time talking more with your siblings. And there would be no arguments or anything. It's just a lot of laughter. There's always something to laugh about. And so you've been thinking about that, and you've been feeling, like I said earlier, a bit emotional about it. Don't let there be any sort of divide between you and your siblings or you and your family, your children, your grandchildren, because life is too short. Life is way too short. And the clock is ticking, and you never know when that clock will stop for someone. And then you don't want to go to that funeral home when it's too late to say something that you should have said when that person was alive. And so swallow your pride, because Scorpio, you've got an ego. You've got an ego. And you sometimes feel, it's hard for you sometimes to say, oh, I'm sorry. But you don't even have to say the words. Maybe just a phone call or a visit. or invite that person over to have some coffee. And just the call, the invite, the person will know that you want to talk, that you don't want to be on the outs. So really, really, you've got a good read here that with a lot of activity and a lot of things going and definitely success coming. And then we have you honing your skills so more money will be coming. And you even got love coming, a new friend or soulmate or colleague. So you got a lot going on here for May. It's going to be an exciting month for you. It really is. So move forward and without fear, but clear up any sort of disagreements that might be out there. Now I'd like to take a card from the Archangel deck for you. Spirit is telling me to do this for you. I don't do it for every sign. Spirit says, yes, you need a message from an archangel. Now, we all know about Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel. But as time goes on, they tell me other spirit archangel names. And I love hearing about these archangels. There's so many of them, so many. And in this deck, there's a few more other than Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. Yeah, so let's see what archangel has a message for you, Scorpio. What archangel has a message for you? Here we go. Archangel Haniel. Passion. Wow, isn't that a beautiful card? Passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and in your career. So, we were talking about the career. Yes, sir, we were. And we were talking about a new love coming in. So it makes sense to us. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So get motivated, get passionate. And through this pandemic, many people have realized how much they love going to work and doing a good job. It gives you a feeling of accomplishment. It gives us all that feeling. It's a beautiful thing to do. So, I hope that you've enjoyed this read, Scorpio. And if you have, please click on like. And while I'm talking, click on subscribe right now because subscribe is very important. That keeps the channel going. And if you enjoyed it, please share it with friends and family, co-workers. And anyone who would have Scorpio in their chart, no matter where it would be, I'm sure there's a message here that was for them. If you'd like, scroll on down, all the way down, and leave a comment, or if you have a question, leave a question. I read it, and I certainly will answer your question and get back to you. So again, I thank you so much. God bless you, and know that what was read here today will flow not only in May, but it's going to flow into June. Time is fluid. Time is fluid. And I look forward to seeing you back again next month. Till then, be safe. And God bless you.